Alright, so I think I am back. Hopefully this isn't too much. I'm not. Why am I hearing myself twice? Not supposed to be hearing myself twice, but yeah, it seems like I'm back. Yeah. So I had a bit of an issue earlier today, as you guys already know. Well, it's not really an issue. It's just obviously if everyone's on the internet, then it's only obvious that the internet speeds will be down at some point. Yeah, so pretty much like sharing amongst just a few people. So obviously sister, family, and them all using it. So it's obviously gonna go down whenever some heavy workload is being used. So yeah, what else can I say? I am climbing out. Oh, Steph said no max. Nah, bro. Not yet, bro. I was tempted, when was it, yesterday, to actually get the max stuff. So not yet. I'll get it eventually. It's just that I already bought. Yeah, I already bought. I already bought the flight factor 777, and I also bought the PMDG 777, and I also bought MSFS 2024. Yes, and I actually have MSFS 2020 and 2020 Steam and both the store as well. So these were very expensive on top of all of my other add-ons that I already had from since FSX P3D days, especially P3D version 5, man. So I'm actually waiting on, I think the next purchase I might have, I might buy the iFly, but I really want the A350. So I think these two purchases might be the only purchases I'm gonna do left. I'm not gonna buy anything else. So definitely these two purchases for sure. So today, with no further ado, coming back eventually from earlier today. The sim wasn't really working because of it was pretty much freezing. Like, you know, it just gets stutters, micro stutters, to a point where the freezes were just way too much. Like, it was literally freezing for like 5 seconds, every 5 seconds freeze, and that was give me a sec. Yeah, just had a micro stutter. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was one of my cords that just pretty much shifted. So actually, the sound, yeah, the sound was the issue there. So it seems like I'm back. I don't even know if you guys hear it. I think you guys hear me. I thought you sleep at 10. Actually, I do, but I was like, you know, I've flown this aircraft earlier today, and I really felt like I needed to finish the job, man. I did not feel great not finishing this flight, man. You know, knowing that I did this flight just a few days ago, I was like, you know, I actually need to get this done, because this reminds me of obviously of the flight I did a few days ago, man. In real life, that is. Yeah, man. So the aircraft is really nice. Is that bird in the background? um, Birds. Where are the birds? Um, Unless if you're seeing the stream at a delayed time, I'm not seeing any birds here. No, I'm not seeing any birds at the moment. But now you can see that I'm actually turning so much smoother and everything, because what happened is that I had my auto FPS running earlier today, and the auto FPS was giving me a lot of issues. Plenty issues in terms of it was stuttering, and I think the issue also was the NVIDIA. So I updated to the latest NVIDIA. Then I also changed my NVIDIA settings. Oh, you say you hear me in my mic? Oh, nice. Is it good enough? Or is it not? Yeah, what I'll do is I'll take down the sounds of the simulator. I'll put it down, which I did. So let me see, it's supposed to hear me a lot better. I think if I go inside, then it feels a little bit better. So we also got 340. And I have my co-pilot here with me, man. He's been here with me this whole time. Earlier today he was with me, he's been with me, it's been an absolute pleasure. He's from America as well, so that's really great. Going into Miami, man. So yeah, man. I just had to reincarnate this flight going into Miami, man. So many things to talk about, so many things to discuss. Oh, that stopped. Oh, nice. Oh man, great and wonderful. Yeah, so I'm going to get, I think the two aircrafts I will get would be the Max and then the A350. Actually, I might not get the A350 because I'm actually waiting on the freeway version. So yeah, I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, so most likely later in the month I might buy it, and if not later in the month, then I probably might not. I've already bought, like I said, I've already bought PMDG. How much is it though? It's actually 69 US. Yeah, it's 69 US, man. That's a lot of money, man. That is ridiculous, the amount of money it cost. So we're cruising at 340. Okay, we're gonna put this down. So let's see what else we got here. We're just gonna keep it. Is that going to geese? Alright. Yeah, so we're gonna be turning a little bit to the right here. And let me see, cheaper than Tolis. Oh man, Tolis and man, I think they're competing, man. Yeah, they're competing for the most expensive aircraft, man. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely competing for the most expensive, man. I would say that for sure. And Tolis as well, man. When Tolis came out, the A320 Neo, man, that was pretty much the same price, man, around 69 US dollars, man. That was crazy, man. This, yeah, it's crazy, man. They're competing. They're literally competing, man, for price, man. And it's just crazy, man. Like, why would they be competing so much, like, to far wrong? I find like all the sims all of the aircrafts, whether it's a sim, even Microsoft was competing for whether it should be about $70, $60, thereabouts. So it seems like that sweet spot for add-ons now is from $60 to about $80. So you can pretty much budget now of 60 to $80. But can you imagine like 60 to $80? 60 to $80 now for flight sim add-ons, man. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, I have to wait. I tell myself, I know whether I should wait because I already have the max for P3D, and that also was $69, I believe, man. Let me go. Let me see. Let me Google. Max prepare 3D. I think that was like $69 too, right? For V5. I probably can show you guys that screen here. Yes, they still pay the 777 V2. That's overpriced. Oh yeah, definitely, man. The flight factor one was definitely overpriced, man. I had no choice because like Explain is really my thing, man. I really love Explain, man. So the Explain Max is free. The Explain Max is free, exactly. And even if it's not, you know, the sounds is not the greatest, it's still workable, man. Its flies just as good, man. Even it has all the systems. Yes, it's the NG systems with the Max skin, but still you can see the Max design in terms of inside, like how the Max design is and stuff like that. So I really kudos to that guy who actually modified and everything to actually work for Explain 12, man. So that's really nice. Until when they just stop pretty much developing the software again, but yeah, look at this, man. $69, man, for the V5 version, man. For iFly, man, that's crazy. That's for the prepare 3D, man. $69. So you're pretty much competing, man, all the time, man. They're competing at that price range, man. I know it's study level aircraft. They deserve it. Should just enjoy it. He didn't get permission though. Exactly, that's the thing. He didn't have the permission, so that's why they pretty much had to shut down. I mean, all of these things is like licensing and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't, obviously, if you don't have the right license, or if you don't have the license and stuff, then you obviously, you know, you can't even share like how normally people want to share, you know, add-ons and all this kind of stuff. Matter of fact, you're not even supposed to be sharing add-ons and all that stuff. Everybody's supposed to have their own add-ons because that's just how the policy is actually. You're not supposed to be sharing add-ons. So I think most of the add-on developers now, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to keep everything to IP address now. So it's like one license key per add-on install. So if you want to update the add-on, you know, you have to be like the original installer, the original owner instead of somebody else. But I think that's the direction most of them going down. So in the case of the Max for iFly, man, he didn't have the license to be able to be selling or marketing the product, and obviously that's against a lot of regulations and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so pretty much they had to shut down, obviously. I think it's updated until actually I think it's updated until whether September, because it's an open source now, so they will have other members, other users who would have tried. Jaden uses the same serial for the 777. 777, I'm not too sure. I don't think Jaden has the 777. I don't think I can recall him having 777. Well, not that I would have given him a 777. I would have only gifted those who would have won in terms of the what was that, the group flights and stuff like that I had. Antigua spotter, we sharing keys? Send me some, man. No, we can't send. We can't share, man. Unfortunately, we can't be sharing, bro. Yeah, man. We can't be sharing keys, man. But I mean, you're not sharing keys, man. But what happened is that you can pretty much have the aircraft, but in terms of updating the aircraft to the latest version and all that kind of stuff, then obviously they might have some issues with that in terms of IP addresses and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you meant Jarrell? Oops. Yeah, actually Jarrell had an issue today. Yeah, Jarrell had a major issue today where he couldn't even get his to work. I wonder if I can actually share that, or should I be sharing that on screen? Because I'm not too sure if I'm even licensed to be able to do that. Well, hopefully anybody with flight factor, hopefully they don't try to sue me or anything like that. But yeah, I'll just show it anyways. So this is Jarrell, man, and yeah, man. So I don't know why, but he won and he didn't. I don't know what's going on with that, man. So something is definitely up with his his gift that he got, man. So I'm not too sure. Um, Ideally, you shouldn't use keys if you're gifting. You gotta buy it for them. Giveaway. He bought it. Antigua spotter. Oh yes, man. I know. I'm pretty aware of that. But I just felt like, you know what? Just trying to save a little bit of money, I guess. I don't really save a little bit of money, but I really just try to ideally just give an aircraft away. I mean, they don't really have to have the latest one, the latest updates and stuff, because some of these guys, they don't even use the aircrafts anyway. But I did decide, you know what, I'm just gonna share it. Yeah, share keys and stuff, because I'm like I said, some of the developers, they actually have it only to one ID, one IP address, and some hasn't fully reached there yet. So I figured, well, if it doesn't allow you, then most likely that's the case. Yeah, but I mean, nothing wrong with, I guess, that, but you wouldn't know until you actually until they actually tell you, hey, you know, they're not doing that. So yeah. Yeah, what else can I say? Giveaway, he bought it. Oh, you're talking about let me see. Just give me a second there. So I just told him to pretty much just reinstall the aircraft, man, and hopefully that should work. Lol, yeah. If you use it and then someone else uses it, it's a problem. Oh, yeah, exactly. So that's the thing, man. But other people that I actually shared with, because you know they're very close to me in the in Discord and everything. You know, so many of the guys, they are very close to me. So you know, it's really nice to actually say, you know, as a friend, not just like you just want to be a channel and then you just run some giveaways and stuff only to just be able to share. You know, sometimes you have very good friends inside Discord. You know, I mean, even if Jaden is very young, you know, he's pretty much, he wants to become a pilot. So you know, sometimes you actually have to really encourage and help those guys, you know, growing up to fulfill their dreams that they want to become. So he wants to be a pilot. So guys, he knows everything that I didn't know at that time. So I'm really grateful to actually assist him as well in whichever capacity that I can. You know, other guys as well in the Discord, you know, whatever, even promoting, I guess, promoting YouTube stuff, you know, in my channel now, you know, pretty much just open it to whoever wants to promote their stuff as well, you know. So you know, it's one world, one Caribbean and stuff like that. So pretty much just trying to engage everybody, you know, get more people on board. You know, it's really nice to see some Antiguan YouTubers as well, you know, streaming in the Caribbean, and that's really nice. A talented flight simmer, especially he's just 14. Oh yeah, yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, exactly. He's just 14, man, and he's been loving flight sim, and man, he can tell me everything in flight sim, man, and that's crazy. And at that age, man, so he has a really bright future in terms of aviation. And I think sometimes people forget that this channel is. I don't want the channel to just be just some guys just flying planes, but we really out here trying to encourage other guys who really want to get into the real world aviation, whether it's a air traffic controller, like I am also actually myself. I'm actually looking to do it in the real world as well. Because I mean, I'm not too sure if I'll become a full-time pilot, but I am also looking at that as well. Um, so yeah, they told me how to go about it. I have the documents and everything, so I can also get myself involved in becoming a real life air traffic a pilot, sorry. Actually, I think I have the document right here, which I can actually show you. So one of them is one of the flight training in Barbados, actually. For example, Barbados have a flight school and stuff. And actually I was talking to one of my friends who actually told me about it. So we went and you know we did a bit of research, and it's not that much money, you know, it's just about $20,000. That's just tuition and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it would be around roughly 40,000 when you add other fees and other little stuff around. So, but it's good to actually encourage other members, you know, in terms of getting into the real world, because you know, I would want to believe a lot of guys here don't just like to fly, but actually has ambition for becoming a flight sim, a real world pilot, or whether is a flight sim enthusiast wanting to become a real world pilot. Myself, I actually went to school in England to become an actual pilot before cricket, sports and all that kind of stuff took over too. So I use mouse for flying. Nice. Yeah, I actually still use my mouse and all that kind of stuff, but I have my controllers now. I had two, but then I had some issues with both of them. So I actually use one controller for Microsoft, and I actually use two controllers for X-Plane because I can actually get both of them to work with X-Plane. So that's really, really nice. What I'm actually working on next is to try to get camera. I have to fix my internet issue thing, which I'm going to do eventually. What's your passenger count, bro? Passenger count? You mean like on this flight today? How many passengers I have today? I can actually check, man. I think I do in. How many passengers I have on board today, man? Actually 152, so yeah. Got a full load of passengers today, man. Are you mean something else, bro? What do you mean by pass? Oh yeah, 152 today, man. So 152. Let me go back to it again. Yeah, I like this sim brief panel because it just makes things easy right there. So 152 got payloads, block fuel. I left with 11.5 at the time. Zero fuel weight of 59.5, so you can see takeoff weight 80.8. And this is pretty much the flight down with a flight time of 3 hours and 11 minutes. So far we're 42 minutes into the flight. And let me see. What else? Let me show you where we are headed. This is what we're doing today. A bit of weather, but that was earlier today because this flight plan is a bit outdated because of the timing of the flight. So there's a bit of weather up here, which might the Bahamas area, NASA and all that. So you can see some clouds coming up from going into Puerto Rico because some weather coming across here. There's a bit of, as you can see, as you see the winds changing around here, different directions here at flight level 300. So you can see obviously in this situation they tend to have a bit of turbulence and stuff like that. So Let me see. Sweet bro, thanks. Yeah bro. Good to see you at 23C9. Yeah, good to see you, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, really appreciate it. You know, just hit that subscribe button for me, man. Really appreciate it. You know, hit that like button as well, man, and the notification as well. Oh, do you have Navigraph? Oh, actually, I did have Navigraph, but I feel like it doesn't make sense. I will just say this now. I don't think it makes sense to keep updating Navigraph all the time, because the routes in the Caribbean, for example, and I try to fly a lot more in the Caribbean, they don't even change much. Like the routes in the Caribbean would stay the same for the past like 3 years or so. Like you go in parts of America and the flight plan, like the routes in America are almost the same thing, man. Regardless if you change it for the past. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. To for C9. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it, man. That's out to you, man. Yeah, so as I was saying about the Navigraph, man, I don't see the need to actually have Navigraph where people update it constantly, bro. You update it all the time and the routes never changes, bro. So I got like a one package and I updated after the next like 4 months later, 5 months later, man. Like, cause they don't even change, bro. Exactly. I just matched Iraq in XP to Simber, and I just cancel the sub. Exactly, bro. It just doesn't make sense. People be paying for Navigraph and all of these things just wanna just keep making you spend money, man. That's what Flight Sim is doing. Just keep making you pay for plenty things, man. The charts don't even change much, bro. You don't even, matter of fact, you wouldn't even study if you see like a ILS, the Yankee from Zulu from X-ray, all of these things. Like you wouldn't even pay close attention to all of that. If like for example, if it's always in a good weather, if it's always in a good weather, like let's say good weather, the visibility is greater than 2000 in terms of vertical altitude. You know, it's always above scattered 2000 feet. You know, the minimums in America will be like 1800 till you actually have what they call like a alternative airport, right? Based on the approaches, if you have like cat free, well, based on the alternative airport, based on the what they call, like, I think there is what they call the 1-2 rule thing, where you actually have to derive the minimums, all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's when it gets a little bit more technical. But how many times do people actually go through all of that? Not many people, bro. It's for VATSIM. Okay. So let me see. Yeah, well, I'm on VATSIM right now, man. American 2486. Let me see. So far, nobody's around. No models. Yeah, no one's around me right now because I mean it's nighttime, so no one's actually using the internet. Let me see. Yeah, no one's using the internet right now, so that's right. That's why I can actually get better FPS and all that kind of stuff right now. In terms of not having much people and all that kind of stuff, so it's running a little bit smoother in terms of the internet, because every time the internet is like dropping up and down and that kind of stuff, and it tends to get a little bit haywire. So why is it saying top of climb and we're not reaching there yet? Because it says top of climb, which is 340, not 360. So let me change this. So it's now say to top of climb. Alright, here we go. There we go. So let me put terrain. We don't need terrain at this moment. What I like to do is I like to put airport. Where is the airport? Airport, just so you have a bit of.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please
Okay, so put weather, but even if weather doesn't work here.
For the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety.
So I think you guys heard that. So that was the FS2CREW What else can I say? Oh yeah, so let's get back to what I was saying in terms of the NVIDIA control. So I had the NVIDIA control, which I'll show you guys. I had my NVIDIA controls on some crazy settings, right? And I think that was affecting me in terms of the stutterings, but now it's not stuttering anymore, partially because I'm in the air. But if I show you guys this screen, which I'm coming to, give me a quick second here. Give me a quick second. And where is it? There you go. So click center twice. Oh, click center twice. Let me see. CTR. Oh, that's for that. That's in terms of getting this profile. Yeah, I use that one on descent, and sometimes I don't even use it because I don't really see the need. Twist is, I think that's up St. Croix and these places, isn't it? Yeah, St. Croix and well, obviously past St. Martin and stuff, but we're going up to San Juan, not too far away. So yeah, but let me show you guys the other screen, and let me get it. NVIDIA. Do you take requests for the next flight? You do. Actually, I do have a section in my Discord which I can actually show you. I mean, I do try to do all of this stuff. So some requests. I do have requests. I mean, I've tried a few of this stuff before. A lot of people have requested me to fly in Germany. I did that. They asked me to fly with this one, but for some reason I was having issues. I didn't actually do that one. I think they had asked me that time to fly to Europe, to which one was it? Asia, and I actually did that. I actually want to do this one here. Well, actually, I want to do to Innsbruck, which I would try to do with. Well, he wants me to do it for 777, so you know what? I'm actually gonna try that. Why not? So yeah, why not? Yeah, so if you want, you can actually come in my Discord and put something down, man. We can actually do a request together whenever, if you want to do it together or just for me to try, then why not? I try to do a lot more challenging stuff as well too, man. Challenging airports. So last time I did payroll, that was very challenging. I also did Gibraltar, that was very challenging. I want to go back to old KTAC to remind me back in the old days. How, yeah, I used to fly back in the old days, man. You blocked a Russian flyer? Oh yeah, man. He just keeps coming and then it keeps coming and going, man, coming and going. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Russian flyers just keep trying, man. It was crazy because it was just a bit exhausting. I don't know. I don't know what's he trying, man. But yeah. Yeah, too much back and forth, man. It's a bit crazy. Yeah, too much back and forth, man. I'll tell you that. Too much back and forth, man. Yeah, so I was supposed to be showing you guys something a while ago. Yeah, coming back to the end video. So I had this stuff off. The triple buffering. I had the triple buffering off. And for some reason, I had the auto threaded optimization to off, right? Now, I don't know if that was the issue because a lot of they did say to keep it on, but I realized when I kept it on or off at different times, the sim would just go crazy. Although they did say to keep it on auto, so you know what? I'm gonna keep it on auto so far. And I do not know. I wanted to put this in my NVIDIA because I figure my GPU is fast enough to be able to control all of this. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this in my GPU, and I haven't been seeing any tearing. I had tearing before, but now that I actually did this, I guess the right way, with triple buffering and with fast sync, I haven't had any tearing. But before in my other streams, that you guys probably didn't realize that I had tearing. Yeah. So let me see what you guys, if you guys saying anything here. Back and forth, what? Yeah, it was just some old back and forth, man. And I don't know why he's coming back in the chat. He's coming back in and then going back out, coming back in, going back out. It's a bit, like he's coming into the Discord and he's leaving the Discord, man, coming in, and I'm not sure why is he doing that. I'm pretty much, I really can't understand, but yeah. So we're coming up to San Juan pretty soon, in the distance. Yeah, man. So I remember when I did that in the real world, man. When I did that flight in the real world, it wasn't as calm. I don't know if it's because like I put the settings down for the real turbulence, because I have real turb cat areas from Microsoft, so I don't know if that is an issue. Okay, so fuel. So I think the procedures to doing that is actually put, oh sorry, I think you have to put that there to continuous, and then you put the fuel pumps off. Somebody actually told me about that. Yeah, there's actually procedures for that. Can you imagine that? So we still have some time to go, quite a long way to go. So if you guys have anything else that you want to ask me, you guys can go ahead, shoot me a message. I'm thinking of the Cross the Pond event, whether I should let me ask you guys a question. Yeah, so I'm just thinking whether I should book, and I don't know. I literally don't know. Is there any arrivals? Let me see. Is there any arrivals whatsoever from Barbados? All arrivals from Barbados are fully booked, man. So, because I actually didn't want to, or do a long haul for, do a long haul with me. You mean fly for the cross the pond? So why don't we fly the cross the pond together, man? We can get a couple guys as well, and we all fly across the pond, man. Why don't we do that? A car flight party, man. We all just, a couple of us just fly all together, man. Yeah. Why don't we do that? Now I'm doing a Trans-Pacific right now. No, I mean like in terms of the cross the pond, man. The date for the cross the pond. Let me show you. This is the cross the pond, man. Let me come back to this. Right, here we go. Yeah, man, they cross the pond, man. If I come back up here. Yeah, man, they got cross the pond up here, man. I think you've seen that screen. Yeah, so I'm actually make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Alright, so yeah. What are you saying there now? You said you said sure. Oh no, yeah, we can do that. I mean, yeah, we could do the cross the pond on the date come. The date of it is on the, I believe it's the 19th, right? It's the 19th. I actually purposefully didn't actually book because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But all the flights from Barbados actually is fully booked to all the departures. So let me see if there's any other place, man. Yeah, like all the bookings literally fully booked, man. Boston, they're all fully booked, man. Like all the bookings, man. Trust me, no one's like releasing their schedules, man. All schedules are like fully taken, man. It's crazy. Let me see. The only thing I don't like about Cross Upon is that they don't use the old way anymore, man. The slot thing is via some automated website thing, man. It's just like pretty much doing it's like you're doing your own what they call it again, the clearance thing, man. The oceanic clearance and all that kind of stuff, man. I don't like that. So let's get back to the bookings. Let's see what they have here. I've never touched. I said I'm never touching VATSIM. Oh man. Man, trust me, you see, when it comes to VATSIM and these cross the pond events and these things, sometimes your departure will take up to 1 hour and 45 minutes. Like you'll be literally at the airport waiting to depart and it's like a whole 1 hour and 45 minutes. So these are all, everything here is all booked. All of these are booked. So let me see. Any available slots? I'm not sure why it's saying no available slots. Unless if it's yeah, I'm not too sure. ATC schedules. I think like everything's already all booked. I feel like the date is already passed, so I think that's why it says no. Let me see. ATC schedules. For any question, you can join the Cross Upon Discord to know about any, which I'm gonna do right now. You know what? Why not? Let's just join the Discord, man. Let's see what's going on. I'm not sure why it's Kimani. It's there. Supposed to be. Nope. You know what? I'm actually gonna do that. Probably a little later also. Yeah. Actually, let's get back. Come back to all of that stuff. Oh man, like it doesn't want to leave now. Damn. Alright, so let's get to Cross the Pond. Cross the Pond 2024 yet again. Okay. So I'm already logged in. Let's see. I mean, you don't have to book, but it would be better to actually book with airports that you know that is going to be easier for you to depart from. Because if you book places like Orlando and these places, man, it's going to take you forever to get out. If you book from Boston, it's going to take you forever. And I haven't done the Caribbean in a while, man. I've never done the Caribbean. Yeah, so yeah, for real. So I'm gonna just do that. I think I might just depart from the Caribbean. It says that the departure time is 11:14. Yeah, so let me see. You can go to Lisbon. You can go to. Let me see. Any one of these? You got Lisbon. You got. Let me see. Let me see these departures here. All of them seems like they're going to Portugal and all these places, man. From Barbados. Let me see. Which can be a good departure? I'm not sure. No, which can be a good departure? I think I might just do the Barbados one. And go. Sorry, an arrival and get. So we're going to San Juan. So let me see. TJSJ, San Juan is pretty much on the right side. That's really nice. It's only on the internet, man. The internet is freaking out, man. And the real flight, it wasn't all that like that. It was pretty bumpy, man. And then again, the time now is different than before. Yeah. Yeah, VATSIM is not that hard, man. It's really not that hard. I know a lot of people are afraid of VATSIM, but it's really not that hard at all. Yeah, so it's been great today. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been really good. San Juan is not too, like I say, San Juan is not too far. Oh, here's my buddy, man. He's putting on, he has his shades on, man. Yeah. So San Juan is pretty much somewhere over here. Yeah. So. And so far we've been loving this flight so far. It's pretty nice and chill. Pretty nice and chill. Yeah. What are passengers doing? They're having their meals and stuff right now. I spend a little bit of time inside here. Yeah, they just relax and watch nothing, man. Yeah, let's just relax and watch nothing, man. Watch some PMDG screens. A bit funny, but yeah, 860 nautical miles to go. So that's all they're gonna be doing, watching the screens for the next 838, what's that? 58 nautical miles. Crazy. Yeah, part 2, man. Part 1 today wasn't all that bad, but the issue was the internet connection and everything, and also the NVIDIA panel. So yeah, when the NVIDIA stuff gets a bit out of whack, so I had some of the stuff, and then also auto FPS, man. So I had to disconnect the auto FPS, so I deleted it altogether, because I feel like my GPU is pretty strong enough now to actually render things by itself without any sort of help of auto FPS or things like that. So see, it's only when I'm in heavy airports. Yeah, only when I'm in heavy airports the FPS tends to drop down tremendously. But other than that, pretty okay. So let me see, did we pass? Is it an airport? Here we go. See, there's an airport down here. Nice airport. Yeah, man, American Airlines, man. So I actually took that flight going into America, and it was lovely. I'm not even gonna lie, it was absolutely lovely when I did last week. Yeah. Let me see, 34,000 feet. When are we gonna get top of climb? Get to progress page. Not top of climb, sorry. I meant to step climb. If we go into cruise, let me see, cruise free fall. It says we can go up to 370. Top of descent, so pretty much we can go all the way up to 370 if we want. at this point, which I think, let me look at the winds, because what I tend to do is I tend to look at the winds. So normally I'll go to sim brief, I'll go to raw, and then I'll come up and I'll come down, sorry, and I'll just look at the winds for different legs, different section of the flight. Give me a second. Where is it? Down. No, that's the landing and stuff. You know, there's an area that they tell you about the winds, and where is it? Did I pass it already? Oh, here we pass it down here, is it? Right here. Yeah, so if I come over here and see we're going into Habeg, right? So we go to Habeg. We can see flight level 340, wind over just about 159.11. So the higher we go, the colder the air, which means less fuel. And you can see the wind is blowing 137, so it's gonna go a little bit more this way. The higher we go, 36. So you see, 53. So the colder the air, the less fuel it takes. And we don't see any sort of like major wind. So actually the higher we go, we're gonna get more tailwinds, because you see it goes from 11, 12, 14. So it's actually, if we go higher, which will actually be better for us. So so let's go up to flight level 3. Let's do 380. Okay, 380. So we put cruise, and we're gonna get, I'm gonna go to 360. Alright, 380, and hit altitude intervene. So now we have N1 increase with our VNAV speed, and now we see to climb. Okay, so now we're gonna be climbing up shortly. So yeah, we're gonna be climbing, so give us a quick second here. There we go. So we're climbing out now on N1 and LNAV speed. Yeah, so I think for the cross the pond, I might just do Barbados, because I haven't done Barbados in a while. And not just I haven't done Barbados in a while, it's like coming out of these busy airports, it is very hard to get. I've actually always done a Europe, from like America to Europe in across the pond, but I've never done it in terms of Barbados, like in the Caribbean. I think I've probably done it once from Europe coming down to Barbados. I think way back when it was either the 3rd edition, because I was there when Cross the Pond actually started. I remember those times when Cross the Pond started. Yeah, so it's nice that this time around it's actually going from the Caribbean as well, now going to Europe, Europe side. So it just depends on which airport I want to do now. So I'm just gonna have a look. So as I'm watching through all of these, but most of them are already booked anyway. Most of the dates already passed by already anyway, so the closing date and everything. So now it's pretty much just freelance. It's either they you get a departure or not. Now obviously they will still make time because somebody might not be there, something like that, but I don't mind actually flying, but I don't mind flying this time, but with from the Caribbean this time. Yeah, so coming out to going to 380, not too far away. Got some airports not too far from here. You can see a bit of weather because sometimes you have to learn what the clouds are doing and stuff, and you can see these clouds over here. They're pretty much starting to formulate in very bad areas, and they're going up. So you know, you really have to know what the weather is doing. I like that with nowadays that they try to make this haze really nice in Microsoft. Before I did have NVIDIA filters to make things look so much different colors, but I find like NVIDIA colors are having a lot of issue. I'm having issues with NVIDIA colors, so I'm keeping it how it is. Yeah. So give me a quick second here, guys. Let me just get a little drink. Not an alcohol drink, just a bit of water. Yeah, and I'll be back. Yeah, so just give me 2 minutes to just get some water and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, guys, I'm back. You know, I just had a bit of water. Yeah. Doggy's in the back there, so doggy's gonna be making a bit of noise. Look at him peeing right there. Peeing right in his bowl as well, too, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure guys waiting for across the pond, man. I'm gonna put a question here. I wonder if I should do. Let me see. Let me put a poll, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna post a questionnaire, man. I don't know what you guys think about that, man. If you guys waiting on cross the pond, yes or no? Hopefully you guys are. I'm not sure who is, but let's get some votes here, man. Guys, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, don't be afraid. Do hit that or smash that like button if you like the live and stuff like that, man. Or if you want to subscribe, then that'll be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so some nice views for you guys. Try and give you guys a bit of view, and yeah, that was happening to me in the real world, where we was at that altitude and clouds was pretty much really high at that altitude, man. It was, it was very, I won't say it was scary when you're at that altitude and you're seeing clouds and you have to be going through how much clouds. And that went on for like half an hour, man. I was just aircraft just shaking around and stuff. But we did look at the charts and everything, and we did see that it did say that they was gonna have some weather around around this area from Jamaica going up to Bahamas, man. So yeah, so we just have to be very cautious. But that's the thing about PMDG, man. You don't even, there's no weather, man. So you can't even tell how weather ready is that. Sometimes you just have to eyeball it. Pretty much, yeah. Just eyeball it, man. But back in the days, used to fly with weather radar and stuff, FSX P3D, man. And you feel like you're actually in it, you feel like you can move around weather and stuff like that, man. But with MSFS, man, you don't even know, man. They just changed the game. Yes, visually looking nice, but now it's like everything's happening all randomly, man. Yeah. Yes, I'm there, guys. I'm there. I've been there in the background, just reading and stuff like that. But now it started to rain where I am right now, so hopefully you guys wouldn't hear the sounds too much. But yeah, American Airlines, man, American Airlines. "344 nautical miles to go, man. 344 nautical miles. Still a long to go. Yeah, man. Miami to St. Lucia to Miami, man. Yeah, my fiance was like, "Oh man, let's go back, let's go back." Like, man, she really wants to get back into New York already, man. Yeah, she loved every bit of it. We had a good time, and yeah, I mean, if we could have stayed longer, it would have been really, really good. Yeah. So I'm just pretty much going to just set up everything. Coming into Bahamas, so you know they're gonna have a bit of weather around. Like we estimated, Bahamas was gonna get some weather. Let me change this into actually map, but it's just center. There you go. Okay. So I have my FS2CREW, and hopefully everything goes. Oh, sorry guys, if the sound is a bit too much. Alright. So let me see. so far so good. Let me just say oop. Alright, there you go. Second one nicely. Bahamas, man. The time when it flew, they had so much clouds and stuff around, man, we couldn't even see all the places, man. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the weather now. See what the weather says here. Okay, and at the moment the weather at 0453, which was literally 7 minutes ago. Weather's good. 10,000 miles, few clouds. 3,000 feet, scattered 8,000, so we don't need any alternative. Altimeter is 2999, so I'm gonna put that. Altimeter 2999, here we go. Alternative 2999. Yeah, man. And let me see. Yeah, everything is all good. So you're gonna take runway 08 right. Yeah, we take runway 08 right. Since that's the runway that they normally use. So 08 right, and it's Vince Madiz. So let's get 08 right. I'm not sure if it already has it. Vince Madiz. There you go. Okay. So far so good. We're coming into Mayo. Mayo Key, is that the Keys? Yeah, man, Bahamas was really nice, man. Passing through Bahamas, very well. So just synchronizing the heading here for a little bit. There you go. Okay, so I'm just getting the arrival airport, Miami. That's just in the background. And then Sierra right, so that's going all the way down to Bliss Hills. And Sierra right. Okay, so just checking. Make sure everything's all good. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I think because we only have about 25 nautical miles to go, so I'm just gonna let him know that he have control so that I can prep for the arrival, because it's gonna be just a bit, not too much, but just a little bit. So I'm gonna have to let him know you have control. You have control. Okay, so sometimes it tends to get a bit of issues. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I've realized it works when not much interference and stuff like that. But then sometimes you actually literally have to start it all over, man.
Autopilot on.
And there you go, already you're saying that there's some bit of issues already. So you just have to always make sure. Oh my god. Ah, damn. You have control. You have control.
I have control.
See, so sometimes it works, but you have to keep saying it. Anyways, right, so let's just prepare for the arrival. Okay, so the arrival for today, guys. And if we come down here, we're gonna be doing the, if I can remember, was it the arrival, where is it? Vince arrival, correct. So we're doing the Vince arrival from Madis. So we're gonna go from Madis, go all the way down to Lisbon, and then to Sire, then on to pretty much Jets, J-Jets, then on to Vice, and then we're gonna continue to Neki, Game, Reben, Setio, Dala, and then Bills. And I'm gonna get a radar vector out into the arrival, sorry, for runway 08 right. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the aircraft and let's just confirm very good. Neki, Game, Reben, Dahlia, and then base and then into the arrival. So let's get into the arrivals chart here for runway 08 right. So you can see from Copper, we're gonna be descending from Copper, which is 11 nautical miles out from IMFA. So what we're gonna do first and foremost is we're gonna put a localizer 110.3. So let's get inside of it. 110.3. I'm gonna switch that. Localizer is clear 110.30, which you're gonna put up here, and the course or the approach is 92. So let's get 92, 67, 92. Here we go. So we have all of that, and the minimum to see for lane, which is 1500. The ILS DH, which is 450. So let's get 450. And the barrel 450. There we go, 450. Perfect. So 110.3.92. So that's all set for that. Alright guys, so that's all set for there. And then we're gonna brief as well. We're gonna continue the briefing, sorry. So for the missed approach, we're gonna climb to 800 feet, then left turn to 3000 feet, as you can see here. So we'll need a intersection here. So left turn on 3000 feet on a heading of 270, right? An outbound DHP PR radial 335 to Bradra intersection D11.5 DHP and hold. Alright, so we get 11.5 335. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it already has that. Let me just make sure the missed approach is in fact inside already. There you go, corporate to LEN, and you see Bradra. So if we go back to plan mode, it's supposed to see the missed approach. We see turn, and it's going to be into copper. Okay, but just have to be mindful that the right turn is right heading to left, sorry, heading 270. So that's going to be the turn. Okay, and then we're going to continue to the approach. As you see, is transition altitude 180, which we already have. DME, which is required, and you can see a much better visual. So if we go based on the legs, automatics, alright, based on the automatics, we see we have 4.2. So if we go on to the flight plan, let's go to raw. I see automatics, which is 3.5. Alright, 3.5. So it says 4.2 at the moment. So we see the fuel flow, which is going to be 2 per hour, 2.3 per hour, but let's divide that. We only have about 20 minutes so to manage. Less than 20 minutes, sorry. So that's roughly about 0.4 really. So 0.4 would just be about 3. Roughly 3.8. So we have plus 300. Let's say plus 300 for the fuel. So yeah, plus 300 for the fuel. So the landing weight is going to be 62.5. Yeah, 62.5. Obviously 63, so let's get 62. 62.5. Put that there. 40. 138. 62.5. So we're gonna come down here. performance landing. Import from OFP. Miami is gonna be runway 08, right? Let's not lose it. 62.5 up here. For gross weight. Pax anti-ice. We'll import the wind. Press calculate. We're gonna continue to en route. And at 62.6, as you see here, auto brakes level 2 instead. I'm not gonna add any VRF. We're gonna add that 0. And pretty much press calculate. So we see we'll be just about 7,400 feet. So if we go back to the chart, airport chart, which is, let me get to here, right here. See 7,000 feet, and you can see this one is 10,500 feet. Does the chart require subscription? Sorry if I seen this message late. The subscription, yes it is, it's JetView charts, but it's pretty old. Yeah, it's pretty old now. JetView charts, people don't really use it no more. JetView charts was something back in the days, but people use Navigraph now. But I don't, because I rather the JetView charts. Although JetView charts is, I don't think they don't really do much subscription like that anymore, I believe. I last updated this was 6 months ago. Yeah. The program is free, however. Yeah, so it's now free because they decided, you know what, most people are gonna go to Navigraph, so they pretty much just figure, you know, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, so now the software, yeah, the software is now freeware open. Yeah, it's open source now. But the subscription is obviously payware, but they're running out. They pretty much run no longer really doing. I can't remember exactly, but you still have to have the payware subscription. But as you can see, I'm pretty outdated with it. So that's why the dates are like 2023. You know, you get some. You see March 2023 and stuff like that, or 2020. Yeah, you actually have to pay for it, but then I figured, you know, it doesn't. I don't see the reason to have to always constantly update charts, since the charts in the charts don't really change much. You know, they frequently ever change, so they seldomly ever change. In other words, the route seldomly ever changes. So I was like, you know what, it doesn't make sense. So it's only because of VATSIM. You know, VATSIM they might try to use based on like places like UK. The UK would use more up-to-date routes. Some parts in America, but not all around the world. Most parts around the world don't even use the latest. Malaysia and all these places. So you can pretty much use your old outdated charts and they wouldn't even have a problem. They would just give you clearance and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it wouldn't even be much of a problem. And so yeah. Okay, so let me continue. So we already do all of that. So this is where we're gonna end up. Most likely we're gonna end up about, since it's 7,000, we're gonna end up probably about Mach 9. Mach 9. I'm gonna vacate. In the real world I landed around here. Actually went about Concourse D. So we end up going to Delta 25, right? So look, from Mach 9 we're gonna go into Delta 25. We'll target that. Yeah, so we have the speeds, we have the approach, we have the minimum set, pretty much everything all set. And then in terms of any emergency, you can always turn around and come back to land, runway 08 right. The aircraft is underweight, so we don't have any of that to worry about, as well as the alternative, because the weather is pretty good, no real issues. So we should come back, turn around and come back and land and runway 08 right. For the arrival, the vector section, because I don't have ATC, then I'll pretty much vector my own self to come to land runway 08 right. So let me see. At the moment we only have about 670 nautical miles to top of descent, so no real information else to give at this time. I mean, we could look at some other things as well. Yeah, I use old charts as well, yeah, because I don't see a reason to actually have new charts, because the Navigraph charts, they only change within like every, like, routes only changing within like every, like, probably within the 3 months or so. Probably it might change, and if it changes, it's probably like one intersection that changes than the old one. So most times what it happens is that the controller just direct you to a waypoint that they have on their screen, which might be like a straight direct, you know, something like that. So but in the real world, obviously, you have to actually say what equipment code that you have and all of this stuff, so that they know what navigation that you're actually operating with. Yeah, so it's really up to you if you just want real world operations by paying us shitloads of money, or you just pretty much just, you know, you don't really have to do, like, pay for how many things on flight sim just to seem realistic. Because let's be honest, you would never fly the plane, and you're flying a sim, so you're still not going to be as realistic anyway. And the way the sim flies is definitely different than how it might be flying in the real world, so you wouldn't even know that, in terms of, you wouldn't have that impact. So I try to do it as realistic as I can, but I'm not gonna go all the way trying to get to proper realistic. Like, for me, 95% realistic is good enough, whereas some people rather have 98%. I'm okay with the 95% realistic. Alright, so I've already done the approach briefing, so I'll just say I have control.
You have control.
Okay, so now we're gonna pretty much prep for the descent. Making sure everything's all good. Alright, so we pretty much making sure let's descend all the way down to 10,000 feet. Since we're almost ready for the top of descent. Alright. There we go. Nice. Okay, so let's get the descent checklist. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 0 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 2. Landing data.
Set and check.
VREF 139. No DH set. Approach briefing.
Set and check.
Are you sure about that? Descent checklist completed.
Okay. So we started descending, guys. Cabin crew. I prefer for descent. Alright. So we started our descent, guys. Yeah, it's getting pretty. As you know, it's getting pretty dark. Getting into Miami, so I'm just gonna get a bit of the floods, and as well as this is the panel. Okay, but it's just a bit of floods, not too much. Yeah, so far, like I said, the problem was with the auto FPS, and it seems like the which I removed auto FPS completely, and I haven't had any stuttering. I try to keep FPS at a, but I think like the NVIDIA is capable of, based on the settings that I have for NVIDIA, is capable of managing the FPS on its own. I try to target 46, but because of doing that, it's like stuttering to try to bring the things down to be able to manage that FPS. That was a bit of an issue. Yeah, but it's good. You know, I'm getting there. Transition set altimeter 2998. Set local altimeter
2992. Set passing 16,900. Check. Now.
Okay. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters
2999. Set and check. Set and check.
2999. Set. Approach checklist completed.
Alright guys, yeah, so we pretty much coming through Miami here guys. You know, so you're gonna be you know, just on the shorelines of Miami here. You can see the city and everything right there. Although my FPS is taking a big hit now, because obviously as we get closer to the airport and stuff, it's obviously gonna take a massive hit. So that's expected. Oh yeah, it's taking a very big hit, man. But you'll expect this kind of stuff anyway. So I think he's gonna be able to change my when we're passing 10,000 feet, I believe. Sorry.
10,000.
Here we go. Alright. So
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
This is when things get pretty exhausting. So I'm gonna try to see what else I can remove here in the background, because it's gonna get extremely exhausting. Even to deal with all of this kind of stuff. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with
There
you.
goes
Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices.
Alright.
Stow these devices and all other carry-on items.
Alright, so
Please
there
use
is a
caution when
city.
opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight.
Miami, man.
Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to
Although
their upright positions.
this can't be
And check
drawn
the security
properly
of
no
your
matter
seatbelts.
what.
We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Everything that I tried, but then you know the sim is just, it's crazy. I think this is the only place that the auto off FPS actually does help. It does help in terms of this section when it comes to managing the FPS for this section. I think what you have to do is actually have to put auto FPS to run, and then when you get to altitude you have to pretty much close it once you reach a certain altitude, and once you're coming back on descent, I think that's when you go back and run the whole auto FPS. I think that's how they do it. I believe so. Okay, so let's try and descend here and nav, because there we go. See, it's jittering. Once it's jittering, it's because the whole system is having a hard time dealing with everything. So I think that's when most people tend to use the auto FPS. At times like these.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or an overhead bin. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
Okay, so let me just tell him flaps 1, flaps 1.
Speed checked.
There you go. This guy's Miami, man.
Flaps 1 set.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, guys. I'm gonna put flaps 5 shortly. Oh. flaps 5.
Speed checked.
Okay.
Flaps 5 set.
So it seems like to run the auto FPS I actually have to have the sim close first. So we're gonna continue on heading. Alright, and then we're gonna go down. Okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to close all the stuff that I have running in the background as well. Just so that I can just try not to give the sim too much headache to deal with. Okay. Okay. Just more things closing in the background, which is good. Alright, perfect. 5,000, so we're gonna descend. It says Cooper is at 3,000 and above. Alright, so we're going pretty nicely here. There we
Flight
go.
deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Oh, nice. Once you come into heavy airports, man, you gotta use all whatever resources that you can get, man. This stuff takes up a lot of it. Okay, so speed brakes is on, everything is all on. We're gonna try to turn around. Matter of fact, we're gonna try to go to Copper. There you go. And let's get LNAV. Alright. I'm gonna keep the speed just because we want to maintain that speed, so we're gonna keep that speed there for now. Looks nice, you know, and it's coming into fall in America, so you can see all the trees and everything they're starting to depict fall in America. So I'm gonna make some calls. Miami traffic is making a right base for runway 08 right to land. Miami traffic is 737-800. American Airlines 2486 right base to land. Runway 08 right to land. Miami traffic, and that's about 10 nautical miles out. Okay, so I'm just making the right base here to land runway 08 right. So I'm gonna put the localizer, which will capture.
Radio altimeter alive.
Okay, good.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
I put flaps 15. Flaps 15.
Speed checked.
Okay. There you
Flaps 15 set.
go. Okay. Flaps 15. I'm gonna put the gear down. Gear down.
Gear down.
Nice. What's that noise?
Set.
Okay.
Checked.
I think that noise came from alright. Okay, so here goes the FPS, doing it normally does. And we have a couple aircrafts here on which you see here. So we have a Tom, a Delta, American, and all of these are 737 Max, a Max, A319, and a A330 Neo. There are a few. So once we connect, want to intercept the ILS. Oop. That's a 2.8. I don't think they use 1 to 2.8. I believe they use the frequency, which is, let me see what it is. Tower 118 123.9. So let me put that. Because I feel they're still using. So let me see. Okay, so let's get down. Flaps 30.
Speed checked. 1,000 feet. Not stable. Flaps 15 set.
Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Flaps 15 set. $500 feet.
And as you already know, my system will always give me some problems.
Landing checklist.
Set and
Speed
check.
brake.
Set and check.
Landing gear.
Set and check.
Flaps.
Set and check.
Landing checklist completed. Autopilot off.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
Check.
Yes, flaps 5.
0, 8,
Flaps.
6,
Flaps
set.
5.
Speed checked.
Just keep making that noise, man. What's that noise? Let's see. It's the
Speed checked. Flaps up.
okay, thank you. And let's get good speed. Let's continue the turn. Speed 180.
Speed checked. Autopilot on. Roger. Set. Check.
Okay,
Set.
there you go. Yeah, man, my sim is like literally
Check.
down to no FPS, man.
Flaps 5 set.
So literally down to no FPS. Alright, so let's continue the turn. Yeah man, that's why I need, I don't know man, coming into land into Miami man, you need a system that can be able to really properly run the nighttime view. Man, look at this man, like my frames is taking a big hit bro. It's crazy. Like I'm getting literally no FPS man. Jeez man, that's crazy. Okay, so let's going back again. So right, there you go. And see Copra. Now I'm hoping that the tower frequency is in fact 123.9. Okay. So let me see. Yeah, no EDC. And Copra is 3000. So if we go to, okay, we can actually turn around from here. Actually, we can even go into Lin. Alright, because Lin is at 1005, so we can make LNAV. Okay. So I'm gonna do my own landing checklist and all this stuff because the FPS is a bit bad. Flaps 15.
Speed checked. Flaps 15 set.
Okay, so let's get to heading mode because we're gonna cut it right across. There we go. Just continue. Is American Airlines 2486 to land the runway 08 right, making a left base to land the runway 08 right. Currently 1,500 feet approaching land. 1,500 making the left base to land the runway 08 right. That's a Boeing 747-800. Alright, so let me go continue turn. Okay, so we're gonna get VRO lock. Let's see what you guys saying. There we go. And then we have VRO lock. We're gonna approach. And we're gonna get the gear down now. And we're going to reduce the speed 160 knots. And approach speed, you can remember at 138. There you go. On 38. Okay. Let's get flaps 40. There you go. Alright. So gear is down. Gear is down, flaps is down, everything is down. So pretty much I can just disconnect the autopilot.
Autopilot off.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So yeah, it's coming into land, man. Short final runway 08 to land. That's a 08 right Miami traffic. Okay, so a bit low. Easy now. Why is it easy?
40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay.
Speed brake not up. No reverse engine 1 and engine 2. Auto brake disarmed.
Okay. Alright, so that's
60 knots.
there you go. Alright. There you go. Yeah man, my FPS tends to get really bad, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
Yeah, we can study APU now actually. He's doing his after landing procedures. Wait. Even have to put up the flaps as well too.
3 minutes.
Yeah, major logs, major logs, man. So I don't know why it always tends to happen. I'm using a very good card, but I find like when it comes to nighttime, so what night you have, what system you're running or anything, once it's nighttime, man, the system will lag like tremendously no matter what system you have running. Having a 40-50 card and yet still lagging, man. That's how crazy. That's how crazy it is, man. Yeah, we're just gonna take it wrong here. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it around here, man. Yeah, just to call it off because it's a bit exhausting and my FPS is really bad. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can just, hopefully this doesn't, you know, hopefully, yeah, because I can't really play with this right now, man. It's been horrendous right now. Okay. Yeah, man, it's been absolutely horrendous. So let me just remove. Okay. Alright, so I'm not even gonna do other stuff, but at least that we landed. All lights coming off. Fuel pumps coming off. Everything else is coming off. Yeah. Okay. And we're pretty much all ready for turnaround state. So guys, we're here in Miami, man. Really appreciate it. The system is not running too well at the moment, but thank you guys for actually being on board this part 2, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Once again guys, thank you for being with me today. Have a good day. See you on the next one. Bye bye.